So One Piece is a double episode, 807 and 808, the 1 hour special, Luffy versus Sanji. We've got a brand new opening 20, sang by Nami and Moro. Song is titled Hope, so I hope it's just as good as the previous ones. About to hit play, let's do this. Luffy. Oh. Zoro, okay, you got the Straw Hats. Frankie. Standard, Nami. Robin, okay. Sanji. Sanji by himself. So symbolic. Oh, Sanji in his smoke outfit. A lot of walking in this opening, I gotta say. Oh, Luffy in his mafia outfit. Jinbei. Pedro. Okay. Luffy go gear 4 gets Big Mom. Oh, kick hand. Oh, the commanders. Yo. Al Capone. Pudding. Vince Smokes. Reiju. Oh, that battle. Luffy Sanji. That's later down the road though. Oh, Vince Smokes do the thing. Yo, this is hype. Reiju. Looking fine as hell. Big Mom. Yo, the commanders and the Big Mom pirates. Pudding. They haven't spoiled anything about Pudding yet, so.
So I just got done live reacting to the brand new One Piece opening. I gotta say, a very catchy tune. I knew it was going to be good because I already heard about 20 seconds of it a couple of weeks ago. Catchy, it's a good thing it's a catchy tune because this opening is going to be around for a while. Not to say like I told you so, but I knew they were going to spoil the commanders in the opening. I knew it. So they kind of silhouetted, but you kind of get the designs. So I can't wait to see what they look like in the actual anime itself. So everything you'd expect from One Piece opening, you got the Straw Hats at the beginning doing their thing, and then you cut her into the ending part is where it really gets you hyped up, where you get to see the Vince Smokes do the thing, and at the end you get the Straw Hats. Sanji rejoining the crew, which is so symbolic of this episode, because right now Sanji is by himself. This episode had a lot of flashbacks and a lot of eye catches, and I think bring up the actual emotion before the Luffy versus Sanji fight, or I guess technically Sanji kicking the crap out of Luffy, because that's exactly what that was. But that happened in episode 808, so it all brought the emotion in, and it worked. Voice acting was on par. So obviously we had the flashbacks. We start off with actually when Luffy and Sanji meet for the first time and asking Sanji to become his cook, and it all went from there. We have flashbacks. By the way, I love the ending sequence where he montage of all the scenes that Sanji was a part of, greatest memories. One of them was at Eni's lobby, and that was another rescue arc, kind of like what this is now. What I like about this episode is in the perspective of Sanji, while Luffy and Nami are on King Bomb, making their way to Sanji. However, first off, Nami's in contact with Chopper in the Mirror World, who's still on the chase by Madame Brûlée, and she uses her ability to snag up some allies so they can split the search. Randolph in there, they get for Chopper and Carrot, and Chopper literally says we could use this to our advantage, so I guess he's got a plan down the road. Then we go back into Nami because the mirror shatters, so they're no longer able to communicate, and Luffy decreases his size, I guess because he used Tank Man Gear 4, so it took away most of his energy, so he went back to normal size. Convenient, because like I said in a previous review, I thought it would have been hilarious if Luffy came that size. Hey Sanji, how you doing? Did you see how the carriage was shaking the moment Luffy touched it? Just imagine if he'd stayed that size, he probably would have shot the whole thing. Obviously, added to the emotion, Sanji literally at first literally kicked Luffy to the ground like it's nothing much. But then later on in episode 808, you could kind of get Sanji's perspective when he come. We got a lot of flashbacks when it comes to Sanji, which you knew they were going to put that just to incorporate, and I guess it works because obviously as the emotion of where we are now, obviously with everything that he did, experienced as a kid, to his experiences with Zeph as a member of the Straw Hats, but then Sanji saying, "Go away, you low life scum pirates," which actually is kind of like foreshadowing what Cracker kind of said to Luffy, because we do a flashback of when Luffy goes Gear 4. Cracker literally said the same, this would happen because Sanji's living a life of luxury, so you're being jealous, you're being selfish now, trying to drag Sanji away from that. And Luffy, so that was kind of foreshadowing the part of Cracker. But obviously Luffy cut for the BS. One of the things I admire about this is Luffy's maturity, because he would not fight back no matter what. No haki, no nothing. And even Sanji said, yo, use haki to protect yourself. Okay? I think Sanji didn't expected the one kid to do it. Obviously, as tenacious as they come, was not going to back down from anything. So Sanji did or said. That's pretty much where the emphasis came on that. And the speech given by Luffy, man, that hit home. That hit the feels hardcore. Seeing it gets intensified even further. And you got Yanji there to say, should I take this guy out? And Sanji's like, no, I'll do it. I'll send them back. Nami there to add to the emotion as well. Obviously, remember what happened with Sanji with the note when it came to Capone, revealing he was one of the Vince mates. But after that, she was all for Luffy. So, and by the way, she was there when it came to Luffy versus Usopp, and look how she was acting towards both. She's pretty much the same reaction, only this time it's more or less to Luffy, because by the end she just slapped the taste out of Sanji's mouth.
This is the reason why I miss Zoro and the likes of Robin and Zoro on a whole kit, because you know for a fact if they saw what went down with Luffy versus Sanji, you know, not Robin would have tried to cut away in between them both. Remember what happened with Luffy and Jinbei at Fishman Island, where Robin came in and stopped them both from the fight? Well, it's would have been the same thing here, only you had Nami there, and Zoro would have been, what the hell are you doing, you stupid cook? Laying into our captain. So, you know Zoro, Robin would have stopped that, no problem. Speaking of Nami, when she slaps Sanji, obviously, you can sense there's obviously a lot of emotion behind it, but usually in most movies, when a female gets emotionally wound up to the point where she actually slaps the person she cares about, it's usually an emotional outburst, express her frustration any other way than that. Kind of the same thing here, because the moment she did that, she said, sorry for coming all this way, Sergeant, and then she started tearing up and going straight to Luffy. So,
what does that say about Luffy when it comes to Nami's feelings, okay? I'm not going to make this about shipping parents, but you can kind of put two and two together. And the fact that she slapped the taste out of Sanji, and you had the Vince Smokes pretty much said, what sassy lady this guy is. And the funny thing was, when they saw Nami come up on King Bomb, you had Yanji and Niji. You literally had to see him with the heart eyes. You see HG for a brief second, you only get to see the side of his face, but he's pretty much got the same reaction. So he's definitely the serious of the bunch. So they're trying to hide that. And you got Reiju there, just because obviously see Sanji talking it away to the Straw Hats that they weren't prepared for, especially Nami wasn't prepared for. To the point where even Sanji hit the Conqueror, which by the way is the same kit that knocked out a tiger in the Strong World movie. I think actually cracked the skull of that tiger as well. Now I think about it. Luffy kind of was knocked out after that, but Luffy was still able to get back up. So what does that say about Luffy's toughness? And that's without Haki. Sanji landed the last attack. Nami said, "We'll leave. We'll go away." So, and Nami was the one dead set on coming to Whole Kit Island to go retrieve Sanji. What does that say about? And Nami was like trying to reason with Sanji. Luffy spent all night dealing with Cracker. She doesn't say 11 hours. She just says all night. And then Luffy it doesn't matter what happens. He has a duel. And Sanji's like, a duel? So Sanji's just kicking the face of Luffy. I mean, the first kick breaks his tooth and Luffy gets him bleeding. I'm sure he's using Haki, by the way. If that wasn't obvious enough. And it's not like Sanji needed to, but Sanji's like reinforcing the fact, trying to put up front. He's serious about leaving the Straw Hat crew. So why would I leave a life of luxury behind when I have all this wealth? Luffy not buying into this at all. I gotta say this, Luffy getting back up, and his speech at the end said, listen, don't keep me waiting. I'm not going anywhere. And you have Sanji by the end just tearing up because obviously he failed. He failed to force Luffy. Luffy didn't buy any of it. I won't eat anything unless it's by your hand. I'll starve to death if that's the case, because without you, I can't become king of the pirates. That is a speech in and of itself. The voice acting couldn't be praised any higher after this. Great job by that. And once again, obviously the music choice added to the emotion as well. But obviously the emotional expressions of Nami as well as Luffy and Sanji really told the story. Took a while to get there because obviously the first episode was pretty much overloaded with flashbacks, which you knew they were going to go for. You knew they were going to go for that. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, love the opening, but when the episode kicked into high gear, especially with Luffy versus Sanji and then Nami at the end, that really told the story. Obviously, in the preview, we got the Big Mom pirates pretty much heading into town because obviously Big Mom has now got word that Cracker's done. And remember, Snack got taken care of. She unleashed hell, destroyed a fleet of ships, and went after a rogue by sending Cracker. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get, because of the opening, and we're not far behind from seeing the other two commanders, Commander Smoothie and Katakuri. We did see them in the opening, which I said they would do. We get to see Sanji in pudding ceremony, so we know where that's going to go. So they didn't spoil anything about that. They didn't spoil anything about Big Mom's flashback. So they may change up the visuals along the right way. Because spoiler alert, we're still in the Whole Cake Island arc. I thought it'd been wrapped up by now, but no, it's taking a lot bit longer than. I guess they're going to change up the visuals as we go along, which I don't mind because I actually enjoyed the song. It's different from the previous two, and it fits the vibe of the Whole Cake Island arc. But all in all, it's an enjoyable hour-long special. Next week, of course, there is no One Piece episode because it's giving way to the Dragon Ball Super 1 hour special, the double episode of Goku versus Jiren. So can't wait for that. Love this episode. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did, appreciate that. Comment down the thoughts what you think about this episode. 1 hour special. Subscribe to channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.